Alright, the Truman Show is collapsing. First gators, now bears coming to your door, in pairs. Don't open the door, by the way. And apparently, Bambi is the newest thuggest... Apparently the deer is the newest menace to human life. Caught not only beating up this woman recently, but also in this intense fight with this dude in the backyard. Watch the animals at the end of time as this sim breaks down. Animal attacks and weird animal behavior on the rise. A lot more weird spiritual animal phenomena I'm about to cover, like the pairs of gators or bears at the door, animals learning to evolve, or being activated by God, tech enhancement, or demon possession, which can happen, by the way. Or animals just breaking the fourth wall in general as this sim winds down. What the heck are animals anyway? Really? Wonder what would happen if you did open the door. By the way, hopefully it wasn't Boss, the legend of a bear who survived multiple train wrecks and eats other bears. Any other Nephilim hybrids or cryptids still out there possibly. Speaking of gators and supernaturally summoned armies, and the theme of spiritual intervention in war, imagine God summoning an army of 20 2,000-pound super killer crocs versus Japanese soldiers in World War II. This actually happened, and they were stalking and attacking them. Who do you think won? And then it said the vultures cleaned it all up, which reminds me biblically of the verse in Revelation about how the birds will come to feast on the bodies on the earth after the Revelation Apocalypse sequence. Speaking of birds, also interesting how God uses ravens to feed Elijah. And interesting about crows and ravens, friendships with humans is kind of fascinating, which I've mentioned before. But God's supernatural provision, ravens and Elijah also using a fish to pay his and Peter's taxes. Bring the fish through, brah. Making wild animal friends is fascinating to me, and I see lots of videos about people making friends with squirrels, bees. Speaking of supernatural armies and bees, I just released a super deep dive on bees you can check out on my YouTube channel. Lots of spiritual fascination tie-ins as well. Also, bees recently, since I made the video, have been on attack. In Texas, millions of bees swarmed and killed horses and at least one human. Even undersea armies of animals, fortunately, this one usually protects us. I'm talking about dolphins, who you'll be hearing more and more about, as science keeps putting out articles trying to understand the intelligence and language of dolphins. I've told you about these sentient waterbender masters of frequency. Also fascinating is dolphin births, and women who have had dolphin-assisted births, meaning in water with dolphins down below where the baby comes out, described it as a transcendental, supernatural, spiritual experience to the max. Dolphins knowing what to do and communicating in this weird, mysterious frequency language that again is being studied a lot more as some of these secrets are being revealed. But not only dolphins you've been hearing about, also mermaids a lot lately. And also I've told you in the book of Enoch, the verse about the origin of mermaids came from the women who abandoned their husbands and had relations with fallen angels. Also tons of mermaid and siren legends all throughout ancient culture, and the song of the siren. And bad things always happen, by the way. Ironically now how they're pushed as innocent to kids, which is a pattern, by the way. Check out this ancient depiction of the seductive mermaid woman stance, and it's also the Starbucks logo. Don't be seduced by the demonic sea fairy. And the entire pattern of the merfolk and the mer kingdom in general. Mer, people of the sea. Even Dagon is a mer god, the god of the ancient Philistines. And again, all over the ancient world, gods who live in the sea below, who have come out at various times in history for reasons. Pattern all over the world. Rumors of elites catching them and eating them, probably because it changes your DNA and they're looking for that certain Nephilim code. The whole you are what you eat idea. And again, the flood of Noah, it seemed like the sea life was not disturbed by that destructive reset event. So possibly lots of Nephilim creations still remain deep below. And for sure, being chained in Tartarus and other places down there, definitely. Oh, and the whole idea of the Pacific Ocean being totally blank on the maps and models they give us, yeah, right, bruh. That area is definitely hiding something above and below the sea, for sure. Anyway, in close, in Eden, all the animals could talk to each other in a specific language as well as to man. You'll see in the 1,000 years and then beyond in the post-millennium how this is restored. You can also check out my YouTube page for a deep dive I just did on that, the 1,000 years, and details of the post-millennium and heavenly rewards and sequences that happen in the heavens and on earth. And with that idea and all this matrix suppression, maybe animals really do have the right idea. After all, we are the only species who pays to live on this planet. Or plane. Or holographic Truman Show realm about to shut down. But before it does shut down, there's one final animal and thing to look forward to, the lion, the return of the Lion King. And if life has you surrounded by lions, remember God has power over the lions in the lion's den and will send angels to shut the mouths of the lions and keep you completely safe if you trust in him. Finally, out of the death of the lion, life comes forth in Samson's riddle. Also, you can check out on my page. And with the new pope being named Leo, it seems like a lot of lion thoughts in the Matrix thought field, again relating to lion season, the return of the Lion King, Yeshua. Trust in him and overcome the lion's gates and enter into eternal life. See you next time on The Savage Truth. Oh, and watch the animals.